Hey, hi everyone. In this particular lecture, we are going to see that how to check file permission in Node.js. As there are many of the files in which there are certain permissions that you can only read it, or either you can write it, or you can access the file or not. Is the file executable or not? These kind of permissions are applied on the file, and you want to check before working with it, right? So for that purpose, we can use certain methods which are available in the Node.js. And what are those? Let's see. So first we use to import the file system module, we'll write const fs equals to require, and then put the bracket here and write fs like this. Right now, after doing this, what we will do, we will simply write fs dot access. We use the access method here, and then put the bracket here, and after that we write the name of the file on which we want to check. Right, so I want to check for myfile.txt, my file.txt like this. Right, now after that put the comma here, and let me show you something. In the sample.txt I have written certain flags. These flags are basically used to check the file permission. Right, so here you can see I'm having fs.constants.f underscore ok. This is for that, to check that whether the file exists or not. And in the second there's r is for, is the file readable or not, and W is for to check that is the file writable or not, and X is for that is the file executable or not. So these are the four different flags which are used, right? So that's what we are going to use. So we simply need to write that flag here, that is fs dot constants dot f underscore ok. Right, so we are now checking for that whether the file exists or not. Right, after that we write the callback function, that is function bracket err. After that put the small logic that if there is some error, right, in that particular case you print that error, print that particular error which is cached inside this err. Right, and if the code went successful, in that particular case you just write console.log, and here inside of this you write that file exist. So it will check that if the file exists, this will take us to this successful statement, that is this particular statement, and if there is some error, then it will put me to this particular statement. Right, now let's see that. Let's first save it and go to the terminal, that is node uh, main script.js. Right, and press enter. So you can see it is saying that file exists, means this file is existing. Right, now let me write something which don't exist. Let's say that only file.txt. If I save it and run it here and go to check, you can see it is showing me an error which is no such file or directory is present. Right, so this is how we check for the existence of file. Now for checking that if the file is readable or not, well, that we can do with the help of simply just remove this f and put the r, right, like this. Now just save it, and let's go to the, first of all let me change the success statement also, that is readable file exists like this. Right, so simply just save it and go to the terminal, write node script.js, and yes, readable. It is showing that this myfile.txt is actually readable, but is it writable? Because I have changed the permission earlier. Right, so let's check for the writable also, that is w. So writable file exists. Right, so just save it and take it here and put it like this. Right, and when I press enter, it is showing me an error that operation not permitted. That means the file is not what, the file is not writable, because earlier I have changed the permission of this particular file with the uh, method, that is chmod. I have already made a lecture on it, you can check the channel. Right, so this is how we check that whether the permission of file is writable, readable, or does the file exist or not, or the executable. For the executable you simply need to put what, you can check here, the x. Right, so just put the x here, and here execute table, write this. Just save it and go to the terminal and press enter, and it is saying that executable file exists. That means the file can be executed, right? So this permission is having with the file. So this is how we used 4 different flags to check that whether the file has any permission or not. And this is all we need to know, right? So this is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. We will meet in the next video very soon. Till then, goodbye.